This is the fourth video of the Wargaming of Wargame Design Studios Napoleonic Battle of Wagram. And this is the second series, which I'm playing simultaneously with the first series actually. And in this one, I am playing the Austrians, and the game's artificial intelligence is playing the French. In the first series, our roles were reversed. So it is July 5th, 1809, 5:30 a.m., turn 17 out of 60 turns. Visibility is 60 hexes. It's Austrian defensive fire. I doubt if I have any at this point. Too far back. He's finally driven me away from the lower crossings, though temporarily I still hold these. Not for long, though, I have a feeling. Although they're hard to melee on a bridge. I mean, when you think of it, you melee on a bridge, what's your frontage? Like 6 men? So you aren't going to cause many casualties. Okay, it's French offensive. 1, 2. They're hard to, those skirmishes are hard to kill. 5. Is he gonna melee him? No. Austrian movement. Okay. This cavalry is actually in good shape, so it's gonna go up north and join the battle line. Where the hell are we headed? Up this way. Okay, that's all farther it can go. What about this one? Oh, he's in pretty good shape too. We'll zip him up here. This guy's got a lot of fatigue. So I'm going to leave him down here. This guy's a skirmisher. Well, he'll be good in there. This guy is disordered with infantry battalion with 878 fatigue. Jesus, he's like dead on his feet. We've got 2 skirmishers here. So, oh shit! I clicked this way and so he moves that way. That makes sense. These guys are just going to hide out in the brush. Got a lot of fatigue and they're disordered. If he wants to go get them, go ahead. This guy actually can still fight. I don't know how the hell he's going to get out of here, though. Oh, maybe he'll go to that road. Yeah, might as well. Yeah, shit. Oops. Well, this guy's disordered, high fatigue, 385, but he's just going to keep his eye on these guys. Okay, so that's... These guys are pretty much set. Oh, he's coming up this way. Well, this defense was only good against this direction. I think I'm going to have to go into the city. Let's go in the column. We'll go in the column. Okay. Well, these guys, they recovered finally. Okay, so this guy's going in line. Let's put this leader back here to rally somebody if they need to. Okay, we want to get him. Shit, you. Inside there. Okay, let's go up here. Now this is the 1st Division. This should be like... yeah, all the way across. And this is probably the 2nd Division. This is the 1st, okay. This is the 3rd, sorry. So this is going to take position. Between this swamp and that city. The pinkies together. Okay. So we got an advanced position here. These guys are defending between this city and, or this village and the swamp. But we've got pretty thin lines here. And they've got an advanced position in front of this swamp. Okay, we'll put them back here. I don't want him shot at by artillery, so we're going to hide behind the city X. Okay, and this division's going to wait until these guys get off the road. This guy's going to the far right where these guys are. I think it's probably unlikely these guys, anything's going to come up this road, but you never can tell, I guess. So we're going to put one guy down here as a scout to give us advance warning. Now the second division is going to deploy between this cropland or this orchard and this village, and the cavalry on their flank. So these guys are all set for the moment. Let's take a look at the fixed units and see if anyone's unfixed. Like all this cavalry here. Nope. And fixed means they're outlined in yellow, you can see, so they can't move. So our second line of defense are these two villages, because we're going to hold the road north as long as possible. Our first defense was at the crossings, and these skirmishers are still holding this crossing, but these guys got blown away, so they did their job. They delayed them for quite a while. French defensive fire. 2 men, you dirty rat. Shoot at a cripple. 4 men. 2 men. 7 men. Okay, that guy isn't going to last much longer. 5. He's routed. Austrian offensive fire. I might have one guy I can fire at. Nope, can't even do that. Can't fire. I think our end is near. Austrian melee. Nope. Frenchy movement. Okay. Oh, Jesus, are we going to chase these guys? That's fine with me. He's deploying instead of moving up the road as quick as he can. He's deploying against a disordered cavalry unit. Okay. Now here, these bridges have to be upgraded to handle the crossing of cavalry, artillery, and supplies. All he can do is cross with infantry here. I don't see any engineers upgrading them. Let's see what happens here. Oh, look, he's cutting this guy off. This guy is shot. He's got 882 for fatigue. And it's good he's drawing these guys off, because he's worthless for the rest of the game. He'll never be combat effective. There's only 42 more turns. That isn't many. The robot seems in no hurry. The clock is ticking, sucker. The game's almost 1/3 over, and you're not even across the river yet, really. And once the robot's... That's why the robot doesn't play a good offensive. It's almost a waste of time, but I thought I'd do this anyway. I do both sides just to see how they work and what comes in where. But basically, against AI, you pretty much have to play the offensive, which I like doing anyway. because the robot reacts. It doesn't think. So in a defense, it can react if it sees something, but see, you can hide movement behind woods or mountains, and the robot won't see it. And a robot doesn't do scouting because scouting takes thinking, and a robot can't think, so it doesn't scout. It just waits until it sees something, which makes it a sitting duck if you've got room to maneuver. But you can see how lethargic the robot is in the way he's moving out, because he should be taking the roads and trying to move north. Oh, he's got the village here to fight through. I think it's Essling. But okay, looks like he's got some engineers on those bridges finally. Let's see if he does. Nope. Shit, that's not an engineer. I don't know what that is. What about here? Yes, he has Pioneer here. He's got one there. Okay, assuming he must be doing some rebuilding. Well, as far as fire, I have none. My turns are going to be short. And these guys, they're reaching the end of the road. We'll see how long it takes for him to rub them out. Oh, rub that guy out. Okay. Just going to check how strong he was. Okay, Austrian movement. This guy, he has 56 men, so he might last a little while. Now this guy seems to want to go after him. God, and he's taking 2 battalions. Well, I'll head further in. I don't especially want to engage him. Do the same with this. Well, I'm not disordered, so I have full movement. I'll move down here. Keep these guys occupied. They should be headed towards that village, but if they'd rather dick around here, that's okay with me. Now, this guy's going to try to make the road at some point. And some skirmishers, I'll just observe things here. Disordered, so I can't do shit. And very high fatigue, 378. Okay. So. Okay, those guys are set. These guys are set up. We got the cavalry looking to join that corps up there. And we've got our little grouping up here. Okay, so I guess we give 2 batteries of this guy. We'll put 2 in the center. I wish I had more artillery. Let's move this cavalry up here. And with these guys. So this guy will go in the city. These guys will deploy down here. Okay, now these guys can move out. Oh, this guy. He doesn't have to go there. These guys are gonna garrison that village. God, those guys, the division only has one battery. Okay. Hmm. The leader's up there. Put this guy in line. These guys still fixed? Yep. Oh, I can see out here now. That's good. I don't know if they're coming. Let's go down here a little more, and I can't. Okay, so we want to hold the flank here. One lumber. It's hard to know what route the robot's going to take, so I want to make sure I at least block them until some units get freed up. Yeah, nothing's arriving. Let's see when the first units are going to arrive. 10:45. That's quite a ways away, mid-morning. Okay, looks like I'm done. Let's see what Frenchie's going to do. What's he doing? Taking a defensive stance here? Okay. Thought he'd be coming up the road after me. He isn't very, robot isn't very aggressive. Well, aggression takes thinking, and as I said before, robot doesn't do any thinking. It's not his bag. Someday we'll think better. Ironically, French defensive fire 1. Ironically, humans are getting stupider and stupider. Each generation that graduates now is stupider than the last, but the robots are getting smarter and smarter. So at what point do they meet in intelligence? It's not far down the road. And then the robots will surpass the humans easily as soon as they learn how to think. And they're teaching them that too, like Tesla with the driving. The robots are starting to learn how to make decisions. That's thinking. So when they teach them to auto drive, that'll be the doom of the humans. Okay, we got no fire. We got no melee. French movement. Yeah, look at how slow the robot is opening the offensive. Christ, he's got two. Oh, now he's. Okay, I can't see what he's doing. If he's getting back on the road, maybe he gave up going after that guy, which he should. So far he's got nothing but infantry across. He should have been building these roads the day before in the late afternoon and all through the night, but the robot didn't do that. The way it looks, he might not get past those villages. Yeah, look at him, he's going overland. Or it's going overland instead of moving up the roads. Well, we'll see how that works out. All I know is time's on my side. The more he diddles around, the better it is for me. Oh, what did he do that for? That's a dead-end move. See, this bridge is destroyed totally, so it's zero value. You've got to have 50 points to cross. And I think an engineer will repair 8 points worth. So it's like 7 turns. He's got no engineer there. This guy, I don't know what the hell they're doing there. They can't get off this island. They shouldn't even be there. I don't know why these guys are here. They can't get off. Why would you just sit here? Think God's going to repair that bridge? I don't have any defensive fire. Yeah, that guy's still holding out. Okay, Austrian movement. Okay. Still going to run this guy down. It's actually worthless as a combat unit. This guy isn't, though. If I ever get to this. Okay. Now these guys are going to go in the line. Now here's what happens here. If you cross this ridge and you're in line, you'll disorder. If you go into this city hex, you'll disorder. So you have to go in column. That means you've got no firepower. These guys are going to be sitting, waiting for them in line. Now, if these guys tried to move in a city in line, they'll disorder, but they're not going to move. They're just going to sit here, and they're going to wait and just start firing into them. Meanwhile, if the French set up artillery, they can't fire at them because these buildings are in the way. They'll obscure their line of sight. So these guys are in the strongest possible position. That's I'm putting them in line to defend. Well, they might get overwhelmed in time, that's true, but they're here to die for the motherland, or I don't know if it's a fatherland or the motherland for Austria. This guy's here the same way. These guys are in a ditch, so they can't be seen unless you get next to them. So artillery can't take them out. And what the hell's this guy doing here? I don't even know. I think I'll put him in the low. Oh. How come he bounced away from there? Yeah, it's a road. He should be able to cross. So we'll turn him around. We'll put him in a ditch. This guy. We'll put him in back of this battery. These guys are headed north to where our corps is stationed. Oh shit. Should be taking this road down here, I guess. Okay. So we got another cavalryman here. So I got supplies. Bring one out here. Let's put our Generalissimo over there. Bring some supply and put it here. I want to keep these guys off the road for the moment. So we'll have cavalry moving. So they're roughly going to take position here. Can these guns stack with this guy? Oop. Yes. Good. Full on limber. back here to rally anybody that feels like running away. Shit, we got a shitload of supply. Put it back here. I don't know what to do with it all. Okay, now this guy belongs here. We'll put him back here. We only have one battery for this guy. See if we can put it in the village. Oh, ran out of movement. Okay. Got a rough deployment here. Get these damn officers out of here. More officers than men in these armies. I'll have to stretch these guys into these woods. Alright, are we still fixed? Yes. Alright, so that's our line. We cover all the roads going north. Pretty spread out. We better get reinforcements before these Frenchies take these villages. That's going to be a tough take, though. They might still be there at the end of the game. The way they're going, the robot isn't in a big hurry. Alright, let's go on to the next phase. I don't have any fire. Makes it quick. Austrian melee. I don't have that either. French movement. What's the status of this guy? He's disordered. Look at these guys. No sense in hurrying at all. What are they going to deploy, like 8 battalions against that cavalry in the middle of the fields? You can see it just, AI just doesn't know how to think rationally. It's reacting to units, the presence of units, and it's like a sucker's play. You know, they shouldn't be reacting to these units. Just because they're there doesn't mean you should react to it. But see, that involves thinking. See, look. Where the hell's he going? Is he going to try to bypass the villages? Well, I guess that's okay. It's going to take forever. No, he's not crossing. Except way in the south, and he's only crossing with infantry. He's not crossing with anybody else. Very bizarre. No, it's not bizarre. It's what happens when you can't think. The robot beats me in this game, I'll shit my pants, I swear. I remember I used to play this one guy I wargamed long time ago, Jesus, in the 70s. His name was Kane. And everybody hated to play with him because if you had your board game, this fucker would eat chocolate frosted donuts and he'd get it all over his hands and he'd get all over the pieces. And I had to keep telling him, wipe all your fucking hands off before you handle the pieces. And then the map would get all grubbed up. So anyway, this guy was, nobody wanted to play him because it was like playing a robot here. He didn't have much of a brain. And the guy would take long shots, like a 1 out of 6 chance. He would go for that. So anyway, one time I was playing him. I think I was playing TSS, Terrible Swift Sword. That was SPI's Gettysburg game. So he started making these attacks at 1 to 6 odds. And that bastard, he got the better. He only had a 1 out of 6 chance to get a result favorable to him. And like 4 times in a row, he shook a 1. Jesus Christ, everybody came around and was watching. It was laughing at me. He says, Christ, even Kane can beat you. You must be a total jackass. And for 4 attacks, Christ, he was like wiping me out. He had a 1 out of 6 chance. Well, finally, after everybody left, it went against him, and then he kept losing. But Christ, it was too fucking late because I took me a year to live that down. So has Kane played you lately and whipped your ass? That's funny. I don't know what that guy did for a living, but it was nuts. What am I doing next phase? Still can't get that skirmisher off the bridge. When the hell is he going to melee him? It's the only way to get him off. Austrian movement. Well, here we go. These guys are attracting a lot of attention. I'll keep them there. This guy. Actually going to move up this road. Finally. Okay. This guy's going to go in line. Point down. That's it. These guys are just going to wait then. Well, these guys. Take position on the flank. Geez, it won't go on top. Okay, I want to have a zone of control on the road. In fact, I'll just occupy the road. So let's see if this column can go underneath. Yeah, good. So these guys will spread out to this road. Put this guy back in reserve. Oh shit, what's all this artillery here? Let's see. I had one more artillery to put right there. Well, I guess I'll move this guy there. Let's move him this way. We'll put this guy here. Nice thing is I can deploy here at my leisure. You don't get any defensive value for this. Just inhibits movement. This guy should go down here. These guys can slide over. These guys are just staying put here, as meek as can be. Okay, French defensive fire. I guess he's just going to blast this guy to zero instead of ending him. I mean, it's going to take a long time. Fire. He's killing a couple guys at a turn, and he's 53 men. It'll last for another 15 turns. Bring your infantry battalion on this side of the bridge and melee him, and he'd be doomed. Okay. French movement. Let's see what you got. Here he comes finally. Oh shit, I should have turned that gun the other way. Shoot at him. Oh, look at this. He's going to go after those guys. Aspirin Essling must have really been bad for the French. They didn't have all these bridges, and then they kept getting knocked out. I'll have to try playing that game once. It's probably really disheartening. Napoleon got across with part of his force, and then the Austrians kept wrecking the bridges by sending junk like trees and old ships spinning down the Danube. Danube has a pretty good current, so that crap would smash into the bridges, which were just rickety things made out of wood, and knock them apart. So Napoleon couldn't get more than a portion of his army across. I don't know, a third of it, 2 corps or something. And the Austrians hemmed him in, so couldn't get up enough forces or arms, ammunition, so he just withdrew back over. I'm gonna have to play that one to see how that goes. There's a lot of other battles. Wargaming Research Group did a good job on these. They cranked out a lot of Napoleonic battles. I may have fire with this cannon, but since I was so friggin' careless. Yeah, see, it's not faced right. Neither is the that's what happens when you're incompetent. or make an incompetent move. French melee. Gonna melee that sucker? No. Okay, now I'll turn these fuckers around. Do. Probably should turn this guy around too. Well, he can fire straight out. I'll leave him where he is. This guy's still disordered. What the hell's the matter with this guy? A wiener. I'll send this guy up here. Can this guy get inside? God damn it. Who does he belong to? One avant-garde. Shit. Well, put this guy in column. Send him down here. I guess I'll have to wait until next turn for him to move. It's got to be within 3 hexes of his parent unit before he can move. Goddamn militia here is friggin' worthless. Alright, what are we gonna do about these guys? This guy's a cripple. Maybe they'll focus on him now. Should be good. This guy will move up here. And we don't want to tangle with these guys. Well, still don't see nothing going on there. Oh, we're just about out of time. Okay, which road are we gonna go up? This far one, I guess. Actually, we'll put this 97-man guy as the advanced scout. That'll be a good idea. It's not good for combat. He's too lightweight. And his fatigue is high, 164, so he can just sit there. In fact, I'll put him at the bottom here so he can see everything. He'll just sit there like a lump. Okay, so we're up here. Shit, we're out of time. I'll have to do this next time. So we'll continue on next time.